Let's Good morning, Aditya. Let's go through quickly recap the titles and the names yesterday we have gone through, right? So the first president of India, right? Good morning, Abhijit. Dr. Rajendra Prasad, right? The first Prime Minister of India, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Good morning, Samin. First Deputy Prime Minister of India, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, right? Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan was the first Vice President of India. Again, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was the first Home Minister of India who had played a exemplary role in integration of the India. And Dr. Zakir Hussain was the India's first Muslim president. As like that, the first Sikh president of India was Gyani Zail Singh. The first Field Marshal of India is Manik Shah. First Commander-in-Chief of Free India was K.M. Cariappa. First Indian Chief of the Air Staff, Subrata Mukherjee. First Indian Naval Chief, R.D. Khatri. First President of Indian National Congress, W.C. Banerjee. First Education Minister of Independent India, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. First Prime Minister from South India, P.V. Narasimha Rao. First Speaker of Lok Sabha, G.B. Maulenkar. First Law Minister of India, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. First Finance Minister of India, R.K. Shanmughan Chetty. First Indian Prime Minister to resign from the office, Morarji Desai. Then the first Prime Minister of India who didn't face the Parliament, that is Chaudhary Charan Singh. Right. Then the first President of India to die in the office, Dr. Zakir Hussain. First Chief Minister to die in the office, C.N. Annadurai. First Prime Minister born after India's independence, Narendra Modi. First Controller and Auditor General of India, V. Narhari Rao. First Chief Election Commissioner, Sukumar Sen. First Chief Justice of Supreme Court, CJI, Hiralal Kania. India's first pilot, J.R.D. Tata. First Governor of the Reserve Bank of India, Sir Osborne Smith. And first Indian Governor of the Reserve Bank of India, C.D. Deshmukh. Rakesh Sharma was the first Indian to travel in the space. Also, Mihir Sen was the first Indian to swim across the Indian Channel. First man to climb to Mount Everest twice, that is Nawang Gombu, and Avtar Singh Chima was the first to climb the Mount Everest. Then first Indian Nobel laureate, Rabindranath Tagore. First Indian to receive Bharat Ratna Award, Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. First Indian scientist to get Nobel Prize, C.V. Raman, for the subject physics for his Raman effect. First scientist of Indian origin to get Nobel Prize in the field of medicine, medical sciences, Dr. Hargobind Khorana, and in the field of chemistry, Venkatraman Ramakrishnan. And the first Indian born to get the Nobel Prize in Peace, right, Kailash Satyarthi. And the first Indian recipient of Nobel Prize in Economics, Dr. Amartya Sen. First sports person to get Bharat Ratna, Sachin Tendulkar. First Indian to get Raman Magsaysay Award, Acharya Vinoba Bhave. First person to receive Paramveer Chakra, Major Somnath Sharma. First batsman to score a double century. It's Tendulkar, right? 300, Virendra Sehwag. First Indian to win an individual medal at the Olympic, KD Zadav. First Indian to win the gold medal at a gold medal at the Olympic Games, that is Abhinav Bindra. First recipient of Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award, Vishwanathan Anand. First cricket player to be awarded the Arjun Award. That is Salim Durrani. Yes. Aditya. Okay. Then the first Formula One race driver, Narayan Karthikeyan. Then the first Grand Slam title, Mahesh Bhupati. First chess grandmaster, Vishwanathan Anand. India's first captain of cricket team, C.K. Naidu. And the first cricketer to score a century, right? That is Lala Amarnath. If someone wants to take the screenshot of this, they can. Okay, we'll go to the previous one. I hope finished, and I think the first page. Okay, I hope you have finished. So let's go for this session. Okay, thank you, Aditya. 26th June. Fine. Now, probably we will go with the title, important awards and their fields. So very first we will be considering in this category the award called instead of 8, I will write 1. Let's start with the Nobel Prize. Fine. So, it's a most coveted international award. Most coveted international award of the world, right? Which was instituted by Alfred Bernard Nobel, right? The inventor of dynamite, who is a basically Swedish inventor as well as industrialist, right? So, instituted by Alfred Bernard Nobel, who has instituted Alfred Bernard Nobel. Who was he? He was inventor, right? Mostly known for inventor of dynamite, right? Basically, a Swedish inventor and industrialist, right? Who was known for invention of this particular thing, right? Which was considered to be a negative kind of invention, right? So, world's most coveted international award instituted by the Alfred Bernard Nobel, right? Who was the inventor of dynamite, basically a Swedish industrialist. This award is given on 10th December, right? The award is given on 10th December 1901, if you consider, right? So its inception is from 1907. So award given on 10th December 1901. What it was? So why 10 December 1901, which is the death anniversary of Alfred Nobel. I will write only Alfred Nobel, right? So it is the date of the death anniversary of Alfred Nobel. Now, so this was the first distributed. First distributed on 10th of December 1901. If you consider that particular death anniversary was, I think, fifth one. So fifth death anniversary of the Nobel, right, or Alfred Nobel. Now, if you consider this prize or this award is given every year. For to those, right, who are eminent persons who have made achievements. right? So in which field these achievements? So these achievements in 6 different categories which we can consider, right? So first, I will be going with the physics. Second, chemistry. Third is medicine, the field of medicine. Fourth, peace. Fifth, literature. And last one is economics, right? So these are the different fields which are considered, or in these fields, the pioneering achievements made by the eminent people or the persons is considered for award known as Nobel Prize. Now, in this particular case, if you consider, so all these categories, which are except one, which are from 1901. So basically, these 5 categories were from 1901. But the Nobel Prize for Economics, which was instituted in 1967, and the first Nobel Prize, right? It was instituted. It was decided that now the Nobel Prize for Economics will be also given, and it was first given in 1969, right? So for physics, chemistry, medicine, peace, about that particular things. But if you consider October, November, right? So in October, November, the process gets start, and in the next year's February, it get start to declare, right? And then I think uh, in the month of December, the actual prizes are given away to the recipients, right? So when it was started, from that particular year or date to 1974, that means from 1901 to 1974, it could have awarded posthumously, right? If you consider, and till then, till 1974, only 2 person or the 2 people have got it posthumously. But after 1974, it was decided that it will not be awarded posthumously, right? But suppose, as I said, its declaration is in the month of February, right? And in the month of February, if it is declared and it is given away in the month of December, so a huge difference is there. suppose in between the awardee get expired, then it can be given away. But already, right, before declaration of the award, if already the recipient is not alive, then it will not be given. And that was decided from 1974. If you consider a statistic, so average age of awardees in general, if you consider, right, that the awardees or the recipients till date, then we always do a kind of statistics. So average age of the awardees is always 60 years, right? And you know what could be the, yes, Abhijit, right? But you know the youngest age, what is the, or who, what national bravery awards? If you are asking that about that particular national bravery awards or any other award, so now we have started the point or the field of awards. So I think we will be going through each and every award. Now we will be ending. It may take few sessions, right? So we have started from Nobel Prize, and subsequently we will be proceeding. Anyway, so I was talking about the youngest. So as we have considered the average year, right? Then the youngest in this is of 17 years, right? And that is for the peace given away in 2014. To whom? To Malala Yousafzai, right, from Pakistan. And in this year, she got graduated, I think, from Britain, right? So if you consider these two statistics, the average age and the youngest one, fine. So these are the different things. So in this particular case, you will be finding out different pairs, a pair of mother and father, a pair of mother and daughter, a pair of father-in-law and what we can consider, right? Then a pair of wife and husband, that is couple, right? So these are the different things which we can consider the statistics. In fact, these are not necessary, right? Or no question will be asked on this particular point. But by seeing all these things, right, you can have the what we can consider. We can have the statistics, right? So someone has, I think, asked a question about excuse me. There was a question about the cash price, right? So a huge amount of around 9 million Swedish kroner, right? So kroner is the Swedish currency, right? So if you consider the amount, which is 9 million, right? So SEK, right? Swedish kroner. At the age of 17. Right. So if you could read out something about Malala's that particular journey, right? So it is always inspiring. If you could not, at least you can put it on the Google about the presentation ceremony or the award ceremony, right? I think it was a joint, right, to I think India's what we can consider Kailash Satyarthi, right? So to विभागून दिलेला आहे, jointly given away to the Yusuf Malala and Yusufzai Malala and the Kailash Satyarthi in 2014. Fine. So what I suggest, at least see her speech, right? So yes, around I think 7 point something crore it would be, right? In Indian currency, if we consider see, there will be one session in which we will be seeing different countries' currencies, almost around 100 or more than that countries' currencies, right? So you have to always consider, because that is also being considered for the question, right? So I was talking about her speech. So I suggest everyone must see and hear it carefully, right? So what she said, and prior to that, what has happened. If you are interested to know, then you can simply put a Suk Malala on a Subdai Malala on the Wikipedia. You will be getting the yes, you will be getting. See, though she was shot by terrorists, right, on head, but what was the cause? Why she had a shot? That is interesting, and how she has come out of it, right? So whole world was praying for her, right? That there was a point which was considered that she will be no more, right? So that is the case which we can consider. Anyway, so someone had asked about this portion, so it is 9 million, fine, 9 million Swedish kronas. So in this particular case, if you consider, as I said, academy, so physics, chemistry, economics, yes, Karthik, yes, exactly, right? So as I said, academy decides the recipients, right? So the physics, chemistry, and economic sciences, these are the three fields which are decided by the Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences, right? So as I said, academies, I will be writing down the names of these academies. So very first, you can consider for physics, chemistry, and economic sciences. Economics, sciences. So for these three fields, the academy, which is looking after, right? Yes, I will be writing about Peace Karthik shortly. Physics, chemistry, economics, and sciences. So the Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences. The Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences. So this particular academy is looking after the selection in these three fields. Second we can consider is medicine, or this is also known as physiology, right? Medicine or physiology, and it is by the Nobel Assembly, the Nobel Assembly at Karolinska Institute. So this institute, right, the Nobel Assembly at the Karolinska Institute is looking after the selection in the field of medicine and physiology. In the literature, right, a Swedish Academy, right, is deciding, and the last one is about peace. So the Norwegian Nobel Committee is there. The Norwegian Nobel Committee. right, is deciding about right. So the Norwegian Nobel Committee is deciding about the peace. So these are the different institutes or the academies which we can consider for the selection of the different the Nobel Prize in different fields, right? So this is about these things. So let's go through now the Indian recipients, right? So this is about the actual structure of it. Now, who and how many, right? Or how many and who are the recipient in which field, right? In from India about this particular thing, right? So altogether, if you consider, there are 10 different recipients which we can consider from India, right? Basically, if you consider, there are 5, but if we consider all the Indian origin, right, or if you consider, then Mother Teresa, so altogether it becomes 10. So, but we can consider all, and that are 10, right? So, recipients from India. So, first one. Do you know who is the first one? Rabindranath Tagore, right? For what? For the field literature in the year 1913, right? So, what literature?
Less than 1 minute we have. Please rejoin the session.